Before there were gods, before there were humans, before the sky had stars, there was betrayal, there was blood, and a son who rose against his father. This is not just mythology. This is the most dramatic family war in history. Now, let's begin at the very start. The world began with several primordial beings. First came chaos, a vast emptiness beyond imagination. Then Gaia, the earth herself. And finally Eros, love, the force that binds all things together. From Gaia came Uranus, heaven, and together they created the Titans. But this divine family was already fractured. Uranus disliked his children and locked them deep within the earth, imprisoning them in darkness. Gaia, furious and heartbroken, crafted a great sickle and gave it to her son Cronus. Cronus waited in silence until Uranus descended once more to lie with Gaia. Then he struck. Cronus leapt from the shadows and sliced off his father's genitals, which fell into the sea, forever changing the cosmos. And just like that, the Age of the Titans began. Cronus freed his fellow Titans from their prison. He married Rhea, who gave birth to most of the major gods. But fear ruled Cronus. A prophecy warned him that his children would overthrow him. So as soon as they were born, he swallowed them whole, one by one. Rhea, desperate and broken, pleaded to Gaia for help. Gaia hid Zeus on Mount Ida in Crete. When Cronus came to devour his newborn son, Rhea handed him a stone wrapped in cloth instead. Cronus swallowed it, and Zeus survived, hidden, growing, waiting, until he was strong enough to challenge his father. Zeus and Cronus fought. Upon defeat, Cronus was forced to release Zeus' siblings. And so began the Great War, the war between the gods and the Titans. It lasted 12 brutal years, until Zeus freed the Cyclopes and the 100-headed giants imprisoned by Cronus. The Cyclopes gifted Zeus his thunderbolt. Poseidon received his trident. Hades was given the helm of darkness. The balance of power shifted. The Titans were defeated and thrown into Tartarus, a prison deep within the Underworld. And so began the reign of the gods. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades drew lots to divide the universe. Zeus claimed the sky. Poseidon ruled the seas. Hades governed the dead. Zeus, king of the gods, ruled from Mount Olympus. With thunderbolt in hand and eagle at his side, he controlled the weather, lightning, storms, snow, all reflecting his mood. He was protector of the home and of strangers. To disrespect a guest was to invite divine punishment. He married Hera, who bore Ares and Hephaestus. But Zeus was infamous for his affairs. With goddesses he fathered Athena, Hermes, Apollo, Artemis, and Persephone. With mortals, he created Dionysus, Perseus, Hercules, heroes who would often suffer the wrath of a jealous Hera. Poseidon ruled the sea and the earth beneath it, god of horses and earthquakes. Sailors prayed to him before voyages, knowing one wrong move could mean death in the waves. He held grudges. In the tale of King Minos, when Minos refused to sacrifice his finest white bull, Poseidon punished him, not directly, but through his wife. She fell in love with the bull. From that twisted union came the Minotaur. Hades ruled the underworld, past the river Styx, past Charon the ferryman, guarded by Cerberus, the three-headed beast. There, souls faced judgment. Elysium for heroes, Asphodel for the ordinary, Tartarus for the wicked, where the Titans themselves suffered eternal torment. Hera, queen of the gods, protector of marriage, and relentless in vengeance. She punished Zeus' lovers and their children. Hercules, one of Zeus' illegitimate sons, faced her fury from birth. She sent serpents to kill him in his cradle. He crushed them with his bare hands. Later, she drove him to madness, leading to his 12 labors. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, was born in an extraordinary way. Zeus swallowed her mother Metis. Later, suffering terrible pain, he had his head split open. Athena emerged fully armored, shouting a battle cry. She favored heroes like Odysseus. She won the city of Athens by gifting it the olive tree, defeating Poseidon's saltwater spring. Her temple, the Parthenon, still stands as a monument to her legacy. Ares, brutal god of war, embodiment of bloodshed and chaos. Aphrodite, goddess of beauty and desire. Their secret affair was exposed when Hephaestus trapped them in an invisible net. The gods laughed. Even immortals were not free from humiliation. Aphrodite would later spark the Trojan War. Prince Paris awarded her the golden apple. In return, she gave him Helen, the most beautiful woman alive. Helen fled with Paris, and the greatest war of ancient legend began. Artemis, deadly huntress and protector of wilderness. When Actaeon saw her bathing, she turned him into a stag. His own dogs tore him apart. Apollo, god of light, music and prophecy, slayer of the serpent Python, founder of the Oracle of Delphi. Hermes, winged messenger and trickster, swift, clever, impossible to contain. Demeter, goddess of harvest. When Hades abducted her daughter Persephone, she plunged the world into famine. A compromise was struck. Persephone would spend 3 months in the underworld, 9 months above, and so the seasons were born. Hephaestus, god of smithing, cast from Olympus at birth. He forged weapons and palaces for the gods, armor for Achilles, traps for his enemies. Dionysus, god of wine and ecstasy, followed by Maenads and satyrs, bringing madness, celebration, and chaos wherever he went. The Greek gods are not perfect. They are jealous, passionate, cruel, loving, flawed. They are reflections of humanity itself, a never-ending struggle between power and rebellion, parents and children, order and chaos. And thousands of years later, their stories still shape our world. Because these were not just gods, they were forces, and in many ways, they still are.